Well, we said many times that buses sitting, it's not good for them. So Lance sold this bus to a guy named Peter who is currently working in Qatar. It's been about 2.5 years since he bought it, and he plans to travel here with his wife to the United States and go on a vacation in the RV around the country. So that'll be fun. We're just going to go through it here. This is finally going to come later this summer and do that. So we're going to go through the bus and see what's going on with it. A couple times a year, we would get this bus fired up and moved around on the property. It doesn't have plates or insurance or anything like that. We can't drive it on the road. That'd be ideal to be able to get some road tests on it. But we know it's got some oil leaks and a couple other things. We're just going to go through and see what else is going on now since this has been sitting for so long and get ready for its up and coming road trip. We put new batteries in it a couple months ago, and hopefully we'll hook things back up and it'll fire right up.
Sorry, I'm just looking around. So
Maybe it is the key on this one. It is the key. Yeah.
we're in neutral.
Yeah, you're good. Just pop right off.
Yeah, and I remember to turn it back off because I remember this one will stick.
Ah. So yeah, if those aren't lit up, it's that switch with the light on it. Yeah, if that's off, then that doesn't work. And you got to make sure you put it back in neutral before you shut it off.
Otherwise it gets mad, I remember.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna have to climb under there. Spiders are free. Two 4106s in the shop at the same time. That's kind of unusual. Just a few little oil drips under there. We'll let it sit overnight and see what accumulates. I don't even know if you need to run it. That's the heat blowing out of an airline.
Yeah, hang on.
We're good. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's not
near as bad as back.
No. Okay, yeah, take that. That's a lot of goo coming out of a compressor.
So it was better to use a ratchet, but I had the wrench with me.
Blasted that stuff everywhere when you listened to it. At least I didn't get in your face this time.
No, I got lucky this one. Still taste the last one though. Not a fan. Can you see up in there at all?
It's obviously passing oil.
So the owner would like us to go through and make sure we got the generator running. We have not started it since it's been here, so it's been at least 2.5 years since the generator's been run. But we'll need to make sure that that's operational for his trip. So we're going to try and fire it up here for the first time today.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the key here.
Okay.
And he said that should have lit up green. And oh, there it goes, 12.8 volts. Okay, so I'm gonna go hit the starter button.
Okay.
Do you want to record horizontally over there?
Okay.
Well, that little diesel generator almost identified it as a Detroit diesel there for a second. That was impressive.
Yeah. If you open that airline up there, but let me put something over this. Don't do it in my face.
That one right there?
Yeah, that'll backfeed that. We can blow that out at least.
Okay. Let me get this stuff back on first.
Okay. Hold on, don't do it yet, Tyler. I'm not ready. Put a rag on top of it so it doesn't blast us. Sherbet bucket. Why is it pronounced with another R in there, right?
Ready?
Yeah, just a little. Oh, you still got me in the face.
Well, try to make sure it pushes it out.
I feel it between my eyes. No, I'm not ready. Was that George that just came through?
I think so.
George! Got a job for you.
Close your eyes. How good are you at plugging your nose without touching it?
Plug my nose without touching
Yeah,
it?
how good are you?
No, here, bring it.
You have to hold this.
Oh, where do you need it?
Hold this here. He's gonna blast air through there. So hold that.
Don't breathe it.
Holding that
Oh,
back.
don't breathe it.
Yeah, because it's gonna shoot out this way, and we're gonna put a towel over the top so we don't get hit with the shit.
You may just hit it hard this time?
No, don't give it hard, Tyler. Just give it a little air. A little harder. Flap, I feel it. Okay.
You may give it some more air in the system.
I think we got
It
it.
looks kind of nasty, huh?
Yeah.
It smells
Look at the
disgusting.
firewall right over here.
Yeah. You want to blow out some more? There's still a lot in there, Tyler. You can probably go like full blast with it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let me get some cleaner in the line. I'll try to break some of that stuff up.
We're just gonna check the health of the radiator where I had the coolant out of it, and we disconnected that hose. It just tore. So that's pretty old and brittle. Good thing it's getting replaced. Well, we got the coolant out of it to replace the air compressor there. We're gonna go ahead and check the condition of the radiator since we've had a bunch of bad radiators at 4106 as well. I know that Lance and I personally rotted that one out about 10 years ago. So we'll see what's happened in the last 10 years. It does run a coolant filter, so that may help, may or may not help. We'll see. Just gonna check the health of it since we got it. Since we got the coolant out of it, why not? Okay, here's the new compressor with no end play on the crank. He's trying to go in and out on it. Here's the bad one. Got a little bit. Yeah, that radiator looks very clean inside. I figured since we had it here, let's look at it and make sure everything's good. But that's exactly how it's supposed to look. Very good. I'm going to pull it out. So we got an oil leak where this bolt goes through the gear housing here. it's stripped out, and it's a long bolt. Can't come out because it's hitting this pump. We're gonna have to remove this pump to get it out, but it's stripped out over there. It won't, you can just see the tip of it coming through there. But it won't tighten up, so I gotta take that all apart. I can't put a threaded insert or anything in there because you can't get to the other side to put that in. So that's an oil leak there, and that's kind of running down the side there. The new air compressor's doing good, building air, not passing oil. But, that bolt, that's going to take a little bit to figure that out. I got to get a gasket for that hydraulic pump there. That's for the power steering. Try giving it some throttle. Building quicker. Tap that gauge so it goes up more.
Is the coolant good back there?
Yeah.
Does this thing pop off or anything?
The engine sounds good. We tightened up some oil leaks. The oil pan had some loose bolts on it. One had actually fallen out. And then the transmission pan also had some leaks that we just tightened up some bolts. Now, I'm questioning something with the brakes on this. I'm going to let Lance test drive this bus. I don't want to tell him what I think it's doing. Let's get his reaction to it since he's here on the property right now. And I'm sure he'd love a chance to drive around this thing again.
Where are we going?
Okay, got to drive.
Yeah.
We're gonna go park it in the back 40 back there.
Why doesn't that stuff work?
I don't know. It's close. Forget it.
Smile on my face. Oh boy, that's not an MCI steering.
No, that's a air power assist.
Power assist. It's one of the very first things we fixed.
So just as soon as you get on the straight here, I'm gonna have you put on the brakes. I'll have you just slow down a little bit, like get going, and then.
How are we looking?
So far, you're looking good.
Yeah.
You're clear.
Well, that steering's different.
Yeah. Okay, just slow down just a little bit here.
Well, they don't do that.
So that's what I think my issue is. Like, you can't lightly push
You can't
on the
feather
brakes.
into 'em.
Yeah, it just you lightly push on it, lightly put a little pressure on the brake pedal, and I want to see what happens if you do it. Just it's super touchy, right? It's like it's applying.
Touchy.
It's like applying all brake. I feel like the relay valve in the back is just.
Yeah, there's something. It's just too much. It wasn't squishy before.
Yeah, so
but it was more control.
just try to stop. Like, go ahead and stop.
Yeah, that's too much. What's that?
I think it's the relay valve. That's why I was getting I wanted your opinion that it's different than it.
That's an R8, I think, is the relay valve. I have an extra one, by the way. It doesn't mean I bought it for this bus. The other buses had them.
Yeah.
But I do have one if you need it. But I want to say we did that on this. I think we did everything in the back.
Yeah. Well, we just had to replace the compressor because it was passing a lot of oil. So doesn't mean something's not contaminated. But there's like no soft spots. That brake is just on or
Customers, that didn't work. That wouldn't have flown.
I tried to pull it into the shop, and I was like, "What?" I didn't look like I didn't know what I was doing. Just slam on the brake, slam on the brake, slam on.
When you were filming this, I'm like, "Oh, I better be careful. We're gonna get comments. I know how to drive."
Okay, so
so we're gonna go back this way.
Sure. Ah, I love this bus. There are memories in this bus that can never be replaced. And there's breakdown memories of it too.
Yeah.
But I was able to
All the
fix it.
NASCAR races with your buddies. And
Yep. Oh, this is when we go to the races. Oh, there it is. We saw you last year. We didn't get to talk to you. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, that's She just rolls off nicely though. 110 pounds, idling along. There's a lot of low branches on your road coming up. Anybody said anything?
No. All the rain that we had this week.
Probably, yeah. Where do you want me to put it?
Kind of behind the Wander Lodge, straight behind the Wander Lodge. A little bit, maybe actually I try to angle it towards the fire truck.
Parallel the fire truck.
Just keep turning, and then we'll straighten the wheel before we keep the wheel turned.
You want me to put up in that gap?
Yeah, that's fine. Straighten the wheel. That's good right there. Nice.
Just leveled out too.
One of the things about sitting and stuff going bad, this fan's not working now. So we'll have to try and see if we can figure that. He's going to want that. Well, there's definitely something going on with the brakes. So it acts like you don't know how to drive it when you touch on the brake. As soon as you just lightly touch the brake pedal, it just like slams on the brakes. I think that's probably the rear relay valve that's doing that. So when you step on the treadle up front, the air doesn't flow all the way from that pedal back and then put on the brakes. There's a relay valve in the back that's waiting to sense any change in air pressure from that front pedal. And as soon as you step on that pedal a little bit, there's like a signal wire or air hose that goes to it, and then it sends it from there. So you don't have to wait for the big airflow to come all the way here and then come to the brakes. It's more instantaneous. So I think that rear relay valve is just, instead of just feathering it a little, it's just giving everything it's got. Just one of the things from sitting. Plus the oil leaks, just running it here on the property for a few minutes and driving it, slow around here is not really leaking much oil. But if I get it up to temperature and take it out on a highway run under load, 60 miles an hour, it's probably going to have more oil leaks and stuff. So we got to see about getting registration for it so we can actually take it out for a test drive. He wants to have a successful vacation with it. We need to make sure we get it good to go and test it a little bit better. I'll make sure we keep draining the air tanks, but that air compressor passing so much oil that's contaminated stuff in the system, we're probably going to have other air system problems too. And, we want this thing to be reliable for them. We don't want to come over here and have it break down. So we sprayed that out with brake cleanup in there too and got as much of the oil out of there as we can, but we're going to keep cleaning the tanks. And this thing really does need to get run on the highway though, just to help blow things out and get it going.